Now, look, we're going to do this for a little while, and that's it. Because I am not going to do it the way you want. I will never be able to do it your way. I can only do it my way. Wait a minute, lady. I'm not doing it any way other than the best that I can do. And if you are not satisfied with my best, then that's too fucking bad. So we're going to have to reach a solution or a resolution very soon. You cannot keep telling me what you think is the better thing, because I don't even know who the hell you are. And after 50 fucking years in this business, I'm not going to take all the interpretations from you. You asked me to do this. You didn't tell me that I was going to have to sit here and take all of these goddamn directions from you. You didn't tell me that, did you? Which I'm doing now. So let's do this thing and know that we are getting close to burnout. Bullshit. You love everything, but. That's loving nothing.
Hey, freaks, it's Friday, April 20th, 2018. Coming up on the program today, I introduce you to your new favorite cult leader. Plus, what happens when you drink a bottle of vodka in 3 minutes? It's not pretty. 1 pound of dog shit on your car, and newsflash, you can't cure AIDS with pee.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
The vagina is full of AIDS.
Yes! Tim Henson back here with you, doing the Friday show. I cannot believe it, but guys, we made it through another week. Thank you, Jesus. Sometimes it's so hard. Life is just full of trials and tribulations. And sometimes you just want to throw your hands up in the air and say, take me, God, I'm ready to go home. And it's like sometimes God ain't even listening to you. He has a plan, so he say. I just see all these people dying, and I'm so jealous. They get to attend that big old party up in the clouds with the streets paved in gold. The kingdom of heaven is full of riches. Meanwhile, we're down here suffering. God is kind of a dickhole. Is something wrong with me, Jesus? I ain't worthy. You don't think I'm ready? If you don't want me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. All hail Satan. Welcome to Distorted View Daily. Hey, freaks. I actually have an insane preacher for your Friday. It's not that hard to find. This guy is like, he's about 35 years dead. Like, it's a walking corpse giving a sermon here. I don't know. He's really about 85 years old. He sounds much older, if that's possible. We may have played one of these clips before, and I think it's this one. This is Doyle Davidson. He's kind of a televangelist. I don't know. This is filmed and aired on TV, right? And his wife is sitting down, and he just starts berating her.
You never knew me when I was really active. No, you didn't. You've learned some things about me, but you didn't know how athletic this body has been.
I know it has lots of speed to it because I've tried to
It
has a lot of speed
like
to
that?
it. Yes. We have tried to outrun, outjump, squirm out of your way and have not been able to.
Isn't that kind of a weird thing to say? Is this old man touching you inappropriately?
Why were you trying to squirm away from me? What? Come on, tell the truth.
Oh, you heard that? Like, that is a nervous laugh. Help me. I can't run away.
Tell it.
I don't know. What time are we talking about?
Look, don't you mess with me, woman. Why was you trying to squirm away from me?
Oh, who knows?
Oh, come on. I wasn't trying to rape you.
No.
All right. Make it plain, because the witches and the wizards think that's what I am.
Wait a second. Is he concerned about witches and wizards?
Because the witches and the wizards think that's what I am.
I see what you're saying.
Well, I'm not. No. Never have been. All right? You were trying to run away from God, and I wouldn't let you run.
God just happens to be the name he gave the tip of his penis. Now, I have seen that clip before. We may have played it on the show, but I've got more from Doyle Davidson. That name sounds like he should be selling Kirby vacuums door to door. Good evening, ma'am. Doyle Davidson. Do you have a moment for a demonstration that could change your life? All right, so Doyle Davidson is the pastor of Water of Life Church, which may or may not be a cult. It doesn't really matter. If it is a cult, it's not a very successful one. It's funny because, like I said, he films all of his sermons. And whenever they pan to the audience, like 75% of the chairs are empty. Maybe no one's buying his bullshit anymore. Or maybe the empty chairs are just people who ran out of the church crying. Yeah, Doyle Davidson makes members of his church bawl. This is so weird. I don't know what he said to this woman. She's bawling her eyes out. No one's looking at her. They're all looking directly in front of them. Like, these people are just sitting stiff, looking directly at, even though the preacher isn't in front of them. He's standing by the woman who's crying. I kind of downplayed what was going on here. Hold on, take a listen. I don't know if this is some sort of punishment. The woman is holding on to the seat of her chair and screaming at the top of her lungs, trying to drown out whatever pre-recorded music is playing. I think this guy just likes having power over people, and he really can make them do anything. He's up on stage in this next clip telling them to jump up and down like monkeys.
Sleeping. Let's sleep for joy.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not a very happy thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. Son of a bitch. Thank you. Fuck you. Fuck you. This old man can't even jump. He's lifting one leg at a time. This is the weirdest church ever, right? He's so old he can't lift a leg and speak at the same time. It's too much for him.
That's all I've got in me.
He's gonna drop dead. All right, so there's a lot to unpack with Doyle Davidson. Now, in that previous clip, I played the woman. That's his wife. One of his wives? He's been legally married a few times. And then there's this. God told Doyle, he prefers first name only, right? Doyle. God told Doyle to inform a married woman named Lisa Staten that she was no longer married to her husband, JR, but she was actually married to Doyle. Never mind the fact that Doyle was married at the time. God's law is above all of that. The Statens have since gone into hiding, yet Doyle has continued to write Lisa emails, sexually suggestive messages, threatening emails, loving emails, and posting them on his website. God told Doyle that ministries other than his teach heresy. Also, all medicine is bullshit. That last part almost sounds quaint. Yeah, there are a lot of kooks out there who believe medicine is quackery, right? I want to circle back to that whole Lisa thing. Lisa has never been married to Davidson. She's a former member of his church and married to another man. Davidson claims that God gave Lisa to him in 1987, and she is now his wife by authority of God. I think I have a clip here of him talking about Lisa.
He gave me a wife. Her name is Lisa. Are you ready for this? And Lisa's a slut.
The blushing bride.
My wife is a slut. How would you like for God to give you a wife that's a slut?
Be fun in the bedroom.
Lisa is a slut.
Heard you the first 12 times you said it.
And you want to know who told me she was a slut? God told me she was a slut.
God's just trying to be a bro, man.
How would you like to have a wife that God gave you that's a slut?
Is he expecting us to answer him? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was like a rhetorical question.
How would you like for God to give you a Baptist slut?
Finally, we're getting into specifics here.
God gave me Lisa, and she's my wife. And as long as she can get her way, she'll do anything to please her.
Are you justifying, like, keeping her locked in the basement or something? Like, if she can run away, she'll slut around.
I want to tell you, I know her personally, and I know...
yeah, we know. She's a slut. You know she's a slut. Most married men never have to utter those words. I know her personally. Yeah.
She has done things to get her way that are just lowest class that you could imagine. Lie? You bet. Lie? Yeah.
Lie?
Cheat? Yeah.
Thought we were stuck in a loop there for a second.
If you're worse than my wife, you're worse than the devil. How would you like to have to put up with that shit?
Amen. Women, am I right? We have to move on, but I did want to play one more short clip. This is Doyle Davidson's thoughts on sex.
My Lord.
Good. Have mercy.
Oral sex to a man and wife is sin.
God gave you a slut wife. I thought for sure, like, sex was going to be okay in Doyle Davidson's world. Even marital blowies are a no-go.
And sodomy.
I'm guessing he's not going to be a big fan of sodomy.
No.
No. Sodomy's a big no.
And sex toys. Okay.
Oh, wait. Sex toys are okay? I'm going to have to write this all down. It's getting confusing.
I suppose you ignorant people think that God has a room in heaven full of sex toys.
Golden butt plugs the angels use on one another. Right? No? Where does God fall on titty fucking? Is that okay?
I've never met such a bunch of dumb people in my whole life.
Please remember to donate some money. The collection plate's going around right now. All right, moving on. Look, I have been down here in Cincinnati for almost 2 months. I don't know if I'm bringing the crazy down with me or what, but I have got a local news report from Cincinnati's very own Fox 19. Apparently some viewer called the local news to complain about their neighbors who have, like, Confederate flags on their front porch or something. We are very close to Kentucky, by the way. I don't know if you look at a map. Cincinnati, mere minutes away from the Kentucky border, so it kind of makes sense. At first I thought, okay, well, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, the Confederate flag is a little offensive, but it's all over the place. It was on Dukes of Hazzard and shit, right? It's not just Confederate flags. Take a listen.
First on Fox 19 now, tonight some new Richmond residents are calling their neighbors racist. One family has their display on the front porch with several Confederate flags, but that's not all. A warning.
Ooh, a tease.
Now, some of the images you're about to see, they might be offensive to some. Fox 19 has Maytal Levy is live in New Richmond. She has a reaction.
Oh, I wish they would have got a black reporter for this. Fortunately, it's a white woman. She's not going to be outraged enough.
Just down the road here on Ohio State Route 132, one home is getting lots of attention. One viewer reached out to me directly, calling that display disturbing and racist. Tonight I spoke to the family who put that display up. You decide, racist or not.
All right, there's no question. I'm going to post an image, a screenshot of their porch.
No way, shape, or form should anybody think it is racist.
There's the owner defending her porch, which includes black mannequins with exaggerated painted lips.
You be the judge.
Lawn jockeys.
Black mannequin with painted lips. These figures with wigs strapped to the porch. And multiple Confederate flags of all sizes sit outside this home in the 2000 block of State Route 132. What would you say to someone who's driving by this and says that family hates black people?
All right. Now, this is his chance to redeem himself. I mean, nothing he says is going to make people think that he's not racist, but still, he could say, like, look, I collect these. It's a piece of Americana. I don't know. He could say, like, these are my grandmother's. I don't even know what the fuck they are. Like, there's not really any good answer, but there are a lot of worse answers. He chose a very, very poor answer. Take a listen.
32. What would you say to someone who's driving by this and says that family hates black people?
I would say, you know, everybody hates everybody, you know.
Yeah. Hey, look, you gotta hate someone. We just chose to hate blacks. It's not a racial thing. That's like, that should be embroidered on a pillow. Everybody hates everybody.
Everybody hates everybody, you know. It just depends on what you hate, you know, what you like.
Louis Jones Jr. lives here with his father. He and his friend Tammy spoke to us about the display, saying it's been up for years.
They went up, a few of them at one time, and then a couple more were
a couple Niglet figurines, and then we added the flags.
But the flags have always flown. That's for our country.
It ain't got nothing to do with race. We ain't racial.
Jones tells me he's proud to fly the Confederate flag.
The rebel flag, it's not.
Confederate flag.
Yeah, it's not racist. It's for the war that we won, you know.
Which war?
Oh, she's a good reporter. She knew to quiz him. He wasn't going to know which war.
Which war?
The Civil War.
And
Don't give him the answer, lady. I was asking the man, the dim-witted fool.
The Civil War.
And we is in the South or the North?
We is in the North.
So that flag would be the wrong flag to fly.
Yeah, the Confederate is the South.
In some people's eyes.
Jim Wenker has lived in Claremont County for most of his life.
Don't talk to neighbors. I want to hear more from these people.
He says Lindale is fairly quiet, but some things are unacceptable.
If he's doing something in poor taste with something black as an effigy or whatever, that's not appropriate.
So back to the display.
This is nothing but antique art.
As for those black...
Oh my God, there's literally a black figure eating watermelon.
Figures.
All the baseball players on there are actual, you know, from the first blacks that played the baseball game.
They were asking specifically also what the black mannequin is supposed to represent.
Oh, not like the mom of the baseball players, basically.
Good one. She was quick.
Jones tells me his family has received threats over that display, but they have no plans to take it down anytime soon.
Final clip I have for you today. I thought this was kind of funny. We've got a guy, I don't know what type of channel this dude runs, but he has a woman here that said she couldn't finish off a bottle of vodka all by herself and quickly.
Amy, listen. You don't gotta take it down in one. Are you capable of doing this?
Man, I drink moonshine all the time. I ain't worried about this New York bullshit.
It's a bottle of Smirnoff.
All right, start. You can take a break. Don't try to kill yourself because I don't want to take you to the hospital.
No alcohol poisoning. Let's do this. Come on.
Fucking idiots.
Come on, Amy. You got this.
She's chugging this thing.
You got this, Amy. Come on.
Showing us New York motherfuckers that we ain't shit.
So far, so good. I fast forward a little bit here. She's about
Come on, girl.
3/4 of the
way
through the bottle.
Come on, girl. Oof. You're not gonna throw.
Has to take just a little breather.
Y'all motherfucking New Yorkers are in trouble, you hear me?
What? What was that? Yeah. What'd you say? Yeah. Yo, she's whacked already.
Yeah.
I can't. I swear to God, I can drink you under a table.
What?
Come on, girl.
City slicking motherfucker.
Yeah. Come on, girl.
I think she was lit before she decided to drink an entire bottle of vodka.
You got this.
She's naturally drunk.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
I'm gonna cough, McKnight.
Oh my God.
She's making me sick.
She does finish off the entire bottle in like 30 seconds.
God damn. Holy shit, girl.
Moonshine now, boys.
Very proud. You know, she's like, I can drink moonshine. I can drink anything.
Yo, how do you feel?
Feel good.
Why don't you stand up? Let me stand up for me.
Yeah. She's having trouble standing up. Maybe her legs just fell asleep or something.
Holy shit. All right, relax because I don't want you to throw up.
That in storytelling is called foreshadowing because we're going to fast forward 10 minutes here.
Say a word. Nobody.
She's on the couch. There's a bucket. She's not feeling well.
Say a word. Just stand.
McKnight, let me get this on tape, bro.
I wish these guys would shut the fuck up.
This is the killer part of the thing, bro.
This ain't even funny for the comedy.
Get the fuck out of here!
All right,
Come on, McKnight, come on. This is the good part of the end.
Get the fuck away from me!
All right,
Come on, sweetie, all right?
You were gonna roll off.
You could have took a break in between. We just wanted you to kill the bottle. You didn't have to get sick.
All right. Sit up. Calm down. You know.
Oh, come on, McKnight.
She's vomiting pure vodka and missing the bucket. It's just spraying out of
Didn't even
her.
get it in the goddamn bucket.
Holy shit! Come on! Can you shut that goddamn?
Get the camera away!
Now, the guy keeps saying, like, shut the camera off, but then he's, like, using his fingers to say, keep rolling. Like, he's just saying it so the woman thinks that, he's on her side.
Camera away from me, man!
It's all right. Come on, get on the camera.
Away from me, boy!
So much for moonshine.
Oh, God.
So much for your moonshine days.
Unprofessionally.
Come on,
you get it on the goddamn floor. Come on, sweetie pie.
What you deserve.
Oh, come on.
Get the fucking camera away from me, asshole! I'll give your
What happened to the moonshine, man? I thought you could outdrink these New York City slickers. What happened?
Yeah, you dumb bitch. All right. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted, fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow? What are you waiting for? Maybe you don't know what the Distorted View Sideshow is. It's DV's member site where you get full access to the entire archive of programs. I've been at this since December 2004. Do the fucking math. That's thousands and thousands of shows for you to listen to. Plus, every week we do exclusive programs just for paying freaks. Yesterday we did like over 50 minutes of a show. Tuesday, we did an exclusive program. Every week, we do at least 2 exclusive shows. Sign up, superfreaksideshow.com. It's very inexpensive. It's only $6.99 a month. Even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. This is how I make my living. If you like Distorted View Daily and you would like to hear it continue, sign up and support the show. Other ways to help me out, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. And pledge a few dollars a month that way. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you to all of my current Patreon patrons and, of course, my Sideshow freaks. Again, superfreaksideshow.com. 3 quick stories, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up, we got a story from the great state of Washington. One woman in Bellingham found 100 pounds of dog feces on top of her SUV. Like, did they weigh it afterwards or something? All right, she found 100 pounds of dog shit on her car. It looks like most of it is on the hood. Now she's trying to figure out who could have done such a thing. Not why. I find that's an interesting point. She's like, I wonder who could have done this. But, like, why? What? That's the bigger question. She must be just, like, a raging cunt. No, I can understand why someone would do it to me. I'm a horrible person. The woman said someone dumped all of that dog waste on top of her hood, and she thinks it may have had something to do with running the doggy daycare called Tails A-Wagging. Sounds like maybe she, like, walks the dog around town and maybe doesn't clean up the poop, and this is a way, like, they're getting back at her. Someone's collected all the dog shit from the area. Police are offering a $500 reward to catch the poo-poo bandit. There was a local news report about this, and, listen.
This is a sticky way to start the week.
Okay, you probably know what I'm going to say here, but I find it odd that someone would choose to go into a broadcasting career with that voice. That's like, someone like me announcing to the world that I'm going to modeling school. Yeah, I'm really going to try to be a runway model, get some catalog work. Everything goes as planned. I'm guessing in a year or two, I'll be considered one of the top models, maybe even a supermodel, a giga model. Uber model. Look, it's just not in the cards for me. I'm not going to attempt this. And when you have a fucking lisp as bad as this guy does, either, if you're super serious about broadcasting, get a speech therapist or something, right? Try to work on that. This isn't even about, having a broadcast deep radio voice. This is about having a functioning voice.
This is a sticky
situation.
This is a sticky way to start the week. Look at what one woman in Bellingham, Washington found on top of her
Check this shit out, girls.
SUV Sunday. Dog poo.
Look at this. Do you know what this is? I'll give you 3 guesses. Dog poo.
On top of her SUV Sunday. Dog poo. She said someone dumped 100 pounds of dog waste on top of her hood, and she doesn't know why. But it may have something to do with her job. She runs a doggy daycare in the city called Tails A Wagging. Police are offering a $500 reward.
His mouth is all juicy, too.
Tails A Wagging.
Right there. He's got gum in his mouth, I think.
Called Tails A Wagging. Police are offering a $500 reward to catch the boo-boo bandit.
Oh, my Christ. I assumed that boo-boo was misspelt. That's why I called it the poo-poo bandit. Makes more fucking sense, because we're talking about shit here, The boo-boo bandit. Good God. All right, second story we have for you today. Does the name Daniel Rowe sound familiar? If so, I've got some bad news. You might have AIDS.
Try new peanut butter AIDS.
I guess it's worth a shot. If I'm going to have AIDS, I might as well have the delicious taste of peanut butter. All right, Daryl Rowe, a 27-year-old hairdresser living in the UK, must serve at least 12 years in prison in the United Kingdom's first case of deliberate HIV transmission. According to the Guardian newspaper, after being diagnosed with HIV in April 2015, Rowe refused treatment and ignored doctors' advice and went on to have unprotected sex with 10 men after lying about his HIV status. 5 of the 10 men later tested positive for HIV. That's a 50% success rate. Still, that would get you an F in school. F for faggot. Rude. All right. Unfortunately, for 5 of the men you met, your campaign was successful. It's like a Kickstarter campaign, kind of, but way more deadly. And there's no money involved. It's a Go Breed Me campaign. All right. The judge added, many of those men were young men in their 20s. Yeah, let's think about that for a moment. At the time they had the misfortune to meet you, given the facts of this case and your permissive, predatory behavior, I cannot see when you would no longer be a danger to gay men. In my judgment, the offenses taken together are so serious that a life sentence is justified. During the case, several of the men Rowe had sex with confronted him. Of course they did. This was a chance for, a gay guy to get up in front of a bunch of people and perform, right? They love an audience. They get to be dramatic. I would rather he had murdered me than left me to live my life like this. Right? That's probably how he said it. That was an actual quote. As long as he has the strength in his body, he will be a risk. I will leave my headshot at the door for anyone interested. I'm very versatile in every sense of the word. I'm a song and dance and top and bottom man. Matthew Hodson, executive director of the UK AIDS advocacy group NAM, said he fears few people understand how exceptional the case's circumstances are. Again, it's the first ever life conviction for someone intentionally infecting people with HIV. Hodson emphasized the complicated nature of the case. Not only is it the first of its kind, Rowe's behavior, quote, demonstrates that he has some major issues. During the trial, for instance, Rowe said that he believed he no longer had the virus. Why, you ask? Because he began drinking his own urine. I blame Rain Florence for all of this. Put that bitch behind bars. That's the Utard who thinks that she cured her autistic son with bananas or something. She's always showing us how to perform a coffee enema. She drank her own piss on camera because it's so good for you. Though Hodson expressed deep sympathy for those who have been diagnosed as positive, he felt that the sentence could also reinforce incorrect perceptions about the virus. The sentence, while not expected, is particularly severe considering that when treated, that HIV is no longer a life-threatening condition. People do live much longer lives now with HIV, but still, it's not the same thing as, like someone giving you a cold or the flu or something. Hodson went on to say that the problem with cases like this is they can lead to some HIV-negative people to believe that all of the responsibility of HIV transmission rests with the positive partner. I would say it's like an 80-20 split there. If you're HIV, you really got to try to not give it to someone. Do everything you can in your power. 50% of it is like telling the person you have HIV. All right, final story we have for you today. Oh, real quick, before I get to that final story, I got to mention this. Someone posted this. Oh, I think it was Virgin Sex Pet posted this on our subreddit, which I don't mention too often anymore. Yes, we've got a subreddit. You can post links to news stories and stuff. distortedview.reddit.com. We've got that Discord server now where people can share links and stuff. But if you're antisocial, the subreddit is the way to go. Anyway, Virgin Sex Pet posted a clip of someone. Was it him? I don't know if Virgin Sex Pet did this or not. I thought it was like a link to someone, but it looks like it was posted on Virgin Sex Pet's account. I guess Virgin Sex Pet built an underwater microphone, and he tested it by pissing on the microphone. So this is way better than just dangling the microphone in the toilet bowl. This is like having a microphone in the toilet bowl. Wow! Okay, you got to take a shit next. I got to hear what poop sounds like. Oh, it's so soothing. I would totally put this on a loop and listen to it as I drift off to sleep. Am I into water sports? Did I just learn something about myself today? Fuck you, Virgin Sex Pet. Well, the stream is weakening. It's trailing off now. And I think, according to the waveform here, we might have a flush. Ah! Oh my god, that was scary. All right, because it is 420, I've got this story from Louisiana. Police in Louisiana say a woman came home to discover a naked stranger in her bathtub eating her Cheetos while taking a bath. All that breaking and entering really took it out of him. He needed to just relax for a bit, pamper himself. All right. Monroe police affidavit says 29-year-old Evelyn Washington was arrested on burglary and property damage charges. Oh, it was a woman. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram reports that a responding officer found a full tub of water and a plate of food, along with half-eaten Cheetos belonging to the victim on the toilet, gross, next to the tub. Washington told the homeowner and police that an unknown male had told her to break into the house. Just voices in your head. Fucking Fruit Loop. Police found a tall ice chest under a broken window. Like a cooler? Like full of Bud Light Lime or something? Police found a tall ice chest under a broken... She's like having a picnic. It's unclear if she has a lawyer. I'm guessing not. So there you go. Just a short story to end the week. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. I love to hear from my freaks. 206-666-4463. That's our voicemail line. There are other ways to contact me. Of course, show@distortedview.com. That's my email address. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram @DistortedView and Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow.
Hi, Tim. This is Brendan from New York. I stopped listening 3 years ago.
Thank you.
And I picked up the show once again to distract myself from all the politics as I have.
Isn't it weird how we're getting all these calls, like people like, I haven't listened in 6 weeks, 6 months, 3 years, and then now all of a sudden they're back.
Political depression.
You expect me to take you back?
At the moment. So
that's why, I bet. He gave a reason here.
3 years ago, and I picked up the show once again to distract myself from all the politics as I have political.
Yeah, when life gets shitty, you turn back to Tim.
Depression at the moment. So I started back up January 2015. I'm in the middle of March, and I realize I have to relive the entire campaign cycle.
You could just fast forward those.
So I can only hope that you do it justice and make it funny and...
Well, I tried.
Light.
I don't know if I talked about it too much.
You just disregard it all and all. Play some of that poop and crap and not so much the...
Well, the great thing is you've got, you got a year of episodes. You can fast forward through any of the political stuff you don't want to hear and get right to the cum parts.
Horrible people and news and, oh boy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back to June 2015. That'll be wonderful with the whole Trump stuff.
Is that when it all started? Wow. It's so long ago. 2015. Good God. We've been through so much, freaks.
Hey there, beautiful. It's a loyal sideshow freak, Robo Christ.
All right. Let's get naked and just see what happens.
Glad to hear that the move is going so shitty for you. I am a sucker for your pain. Makes me feel less shitty about my own shit show of a life.
Yeah, it's like every time something gets done, it's done wrong. You know, like we had Windows installed and, upstairs there were like old shitty windows, right? So we had them replaced with new windows. And like the window company, to get the old windows out, they basically just like broke the windows and there's glass all over the front yard, backyard, side yard. And they didn't clean it up because it was snowing. And when the snow melted, it was like a ridiculous amount of glass. So we had to call them back and get them to, pick up all this glass. And now the basement glass we had installed, the block glass, there's something wrong with that. And it's just like, nothing is ever done right.
Anyways, I'm just calling in because...
a never-ending, annoyance.
I had to go ahead and look up that pretty hoe that you were talking about the other day because I was curious what she looked like. And besides being fucking hot as hell, her...
Pretty hoe. I don't remember talking about her.
Twitter feed is hilarious. If you go through there, there's videos of, her and Fine Ho twerking naked in the middle of the street, sucking a dude's dick in public. There's one where she gives head to her gun. It's fucking phenomenal. You guys need to check it out.
Okay.
Anyways, Jigoo.
What is her Twitter handle? Is it Pretty Ho? There's a lot of Pretty Hoes on Twitter is the problem. Hit me back, please. And then, in a month when I play your next voicemail, we'll have an answer. So everyone can go and check out Pretty Ho's Twitter. She'll probably be dead by then or something. Who knows? A lot can happen in a month. Become a patron, for Christ's sake.
Hey, Tim. It's Sideshow member Savage Butt. Just wanted to say...
Savage Butt, Savage Garden. Is that why you named yourself that?
Hey, Tim. It's Sideshow member Savage Butt. Just wanted to say I'm a new Sideshow member. I was
thank you.
Gone for 8 years. Didn't listen to the podcast for
now we're up to 8 years now.
a long time, and recently
I haven't listened to the show in 27 years. I'm back now. I'll know you're lying to me.
Discovered and had to subscribe.
Still, this is a good boy. See, he realized what he was missing. And now he's rectifying the situation, and he became a true and honorable freak at superfreaksideshow.com. I must have, the world's largest listenership right now, because everyone who ever listened to the show is coming back right about now.
Long time. And
I think maybe Trump does have something to do with it. Everyone is just so miserable right now.
Recently rediscussed.
About the state of the world. It can't get any worse. Oh, wait, let's listen to Distorted View Daily.
And had to subscribe. Still love it. Still good stuff.
Thank you.
Called back in 2007 asking about a humper dump situation with this woman in a wheelchair. I forgot what you told me to do, but I know you've been dying for an update. Okay. I did not hump. Definitely dumped. Did not think I could get hard.
Oh.
Anyways, great.
You know what? I don't blame you. I get it. I mean, you wanted to fuck her. You couldn't seal the deal. It's your dick has its own mind. You want to be a good person. You want to believe, it doesn't matter if this person is crippled or black. I put those two things on the same level. No. But, some people just aren't attracted. But, you can still be nice and be a good person and be friends with black people. Let's get off of black people. I meant, disabled. I don't know what I mean.
Hey, to me, Max from Bulgaria.
Every episode I come off as so racist.
I was listening
Gotta
to
work
that
on
show
that.
where you played the black woman who says umbrella instead of umbrella.
Umbrella, yes, like Rihanna.
And I think that's how Rihanna says it in a song.
A couple people mentioned that, and you're absolutely right. Umbrella, umbrella, Ella.
So I guess it's a black thing.
Oh, okay.
The other thing I want to...
I'm not going to say anything about the pronunciation of umbrella.
It was that you should keep the name Lord Douche for your boyfriend, because that's what we know him by, and it's pretty memorable. And I think you should call yourself Madame Douche or Madame Douche.
Lady Douche, obviously.
High class. After all, you're living in a really big and fancy city now.
Oh, yes.
And,
the Queen City.
Finally, I'd like to weigh in on the whole which way you should wipe thing. I think it's...
Why bring that up? By the way, did you know Wing was on an episode of South Park?
People are talking about 10 years ago. So I was always puzzled by that, because why don't people just wash their asses with like the shower head or something?
In America, we don't wash our ass.
I think it's pretty obvious.
We all have stinky butts.
Once you start doing it, it's pretty gross using toilet paper, or at least use toilet paper for the first wipe.
I know, but like the whole thing of like every time you shit, you got to get in the shower and spray down. That's why like
okay, bye Timmy.
Bidets are so great. I wish they would become a more standard thing here in the United States. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the program. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66, oh God, as in, oh God.
This is a sticky way to start the week.
Spread the distortion to all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. I will be back on Monday to do it all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
Hey, do you hear that?
Hello.
Do you hear that?
Did I hear what?
Do you hear that?
Did I hear what?
Do you hear that?
Would you shut up, you little boy?
No, I'm about to come.
Well, you're nothing but a perverted fool.
Oh, yeah. Talk more.
Nothing but a little demonized punk.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'm about to. Come on.
You heard what I said.
I know. Say it
You're
again.
nothing
Say it again,
but
please.
a demonized punk.
Come on, I'm almost there. Come on. Help me out.
I said, you're nothing but a demonized punk.
Oh, yeah, phone sex me. You old pervert.
You know what I said?
Yeah.
You little punk.
Do it harder, you old pervert.
You little punk, you.
Yeah, put me in my place.
You little punk, you.
Are you going to hit me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
slap your butt.
Oh, yeah.
Good. You're nothing but a two-bit punk.
What if it didn't hurt? You're going to hit me really hard?
Shut up, you little punk.
Talk more about slapping my butt.